So we have GHJ, MNPS, GHJ, MNPS. And it says we have the 7 display cases will be arranged in a circle and numbered in order from 1 through 7 with 7 next to 1. You could do this as a circle. How would you do it as a circle? 1. I would suggest doing this ordering. How did it work out for you?
It was rough.
It was rough, yeah. So there's been like 5 circle games in the history of time. Literally the history of time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can do it as a regular ordering game and just remember that 1 and 7 touch, like you might need to remind yourself that like 1 is here or something, just to remind yourself, whatever you want to do. This is going to be easier because you're just so much faster at this, right? Okay. Now it says either H or J is in 7. Then it says N is lower than M. And H is next to M. And then it says P is is not next to S. Okay, so you could do P not next to S, or what's the positive interpretation of this rule?
You have to have at least one space in between.
You have to have at least one space in between. So P underscore dash S in either order. You guys cool with that? Okay, then neither P nor S is next to J. Okay, well, if J, you could do negative. You could say, oh, I can't have J here, and I can't have J here, and I can't have J here, I can't have J here. But what that's really saying is that J has to be at least 1 away from both P and S, right? So, are you cool with that? I'm going to go ahead and do underscore dash J and just have a big block. I need at least 5 spaces for these 3 folks because they don't like each other. Now, if this rule just said, hey, J can't be next to S, that would be very different because J could be next to P for all I know. But none of these guys can touch. So they're each at least 1 space away from each other. Sound good? Okay. Who's our floater? G. Now, we talked about worlds earlier. You could do worlds on the basis of HJ because it's an OR statement, right? The next question is it worth it? How many worlds would you have to create? 2. Wait, too many.
2.
Too many. Wait, that's not that many, right?
No, it's not. When I looked at it though, thinking like just H and J, I'm like, oh, there's 2
It's not gonna help.
so I didn't make
Yeah, I see what you're
because
saying.
I was just like, oh, that's
It's not going to help me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so let's just, of the 2, H and J, which one is going to be more helpful? Really? That's interesting. I thought H would be more helpful because if H goes there, then I know that M has to go there. How do I know that M has to go there as opposed to there?
N has to come before it.
N has to come before M. So if M goes in 1, then this rule is violated. Right? So I know that this becomes H, that becomes M, and then I have 5 slots left. And if I have 5 slots left, this thing right here has just got to fit right into that. That's pretty huge because then you only have 2 things left and they've got to be going back and forth because we have a floater and N left. Which means one of those worlds is going to be full. I mean, it's going to have moving pieces, but it's full. So I would do it. I would just go. So 1, 2, because sometimes what happens is, let's say you have 2 worlds and one is full and the other one's entirely empty. That actually can get you through questions really fast because they might say something like, if N is 4th, and you're like, well, N ain't 4th here, so I got to be in the other world. And the question is like, which one probably must be true? And you're like, well, in the other world, J is 7th, done, right? So, anyways, well, let's see here. Let's move this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our first world was H is here. Our second world, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They're just smaller.
Yeah, that was weird. Yes,
You
question.
wouldn't just use what you've already written out?
The bottom of this?
No, to the right, where you have H.
Yeah, I probably yeah. It's probably more efficient. Yeah.
Just wondering if there was a reason.
No, there was no reason. I was just, I don't know, just performing under par. Is that a phrase? I feel like it is. Anyways, okay, so those are 2 worlds. Sound good? And this one, which we already started, seems exciting and wonderful because now we have 5 slots left. So our PSJ has to go in these slots right here. Arcs, because I have no idea where they go. Who's left? G and N. So I'm going to put G and N going here. Sweet. Questions? Yeah.
In your rule writing, are
Yeah.
the dashes between the P and S, not the bottom dashes, but the middle ones? Like this?
Oh, these right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they mean at least. So
Okay.
like if it was exactly, then I would do like this. And that would be even nicer because then you know it's only 5, right? So you can just move them around, but this is kind of flexible.
Okay.
Now, the next one, J here, wait, did I do this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. So J, all right, well, what do we know about J? Anything? Yes?
Just that S and P could not be 6 or 1.
Yep, so PS can't go here, PS can't go here. Now that is a negative rule, so I do want to turn it into a positive rule. That means that PS is going to go in here somewhere. You could just leave it like that, but how many options do we have here? Okay, I hear a vote for 2. 3?
I feel like you think
One.
I'm wrong and I have a reason behind what I'm saying.
Okay, go for it.
I feel like defensive.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try to be more open and inviting to questions and comments.
You can have P and S in, oh wait, there's 3 options, okay. You can have it in 2nd and 4th,
2, 4, yep.
3, 4,
Three.
3, 5,
3, 5, yep.
or 2, 5.
Yep,
So 3.
yep. Now, so on the surface you say, okay, there's 3 options and you have to decide. We have the same question that we always have. Okay, well, how many would I have to create? Is it going to be worthwhile, right? Okay, well, let's think about this for a second. If you knew PS was right here, would you be able to determine anything else? Imagine P and S filling in these 2 slots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
M and H have nowhere to go.
M and H would have nowhere to go except those 2 right there, right? Because you're dealing with a block. So knowing this is PS would actually tell you that's MH, and then N and G would be going back and forth there. So that seems pretty helpful. You look puzzled, worried, concerned.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the more we talk about this game, the more confused I get.
Well, that's not the goal.
Yeah.
What are you confused about how we got here?
No, I get that one.
Okay. Are you? So then this is our other world, right, where J is last.
Yeah.
And are you cool with that PS can't go here or here?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm trying to turn that negative rule into a positive rule.
Okay.
And I'm saying, okay, well, I know where P and S can't go. Now I want to know where they can go.
Okay.
And so, if there were a ton of options, then I would just say forget it. But there are only 3.
Okay.
Now, even though there's only 3, they still might not be very helpful. But actually, these seem pretty helpful because if I put PS here, I have to put MH over here.
Because they have to be next
Like,
to each other.
I'll just draw it. See, this is what I'm imagining in my head. P and S are going back and forth there.
Mhm.
I can only put MH here because there's the singles here.
Wait, P and S can go back and forth.
Yeah, they're going back and forth because they just can't be next to each other. I don't know that P is
okay.
before S.
That makes sense. I was trying to figure out where I went wrong in setting up this game, and I think I drew it out that like P, then S, then J, but not that you could.
So you did turn the negative rules into positive rules. You just didn't have the arcs.
Yes. And
That's
that's
good to
why I
know.
went wrong.
All right, that's good to know. Okay, so this does seem very helpful. The other option is to do PS, right? And then the final option is to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, J. Well, let's just do it down here for clarity. PS. Sound good? Yes.
Can you not do the last one?
Yeah, take a look at this. So You can't put MH here, you can't fit it here, and if you put it here,
Then it violates the N.
violates the end. Now, I don't care if you don't see that, because if you create these three worlds and you get down here and you're like, oh, shit, that doesn't work. Crossing out worlds is like the most glorious thing ever, right? Because it's like, oh, now I don't have, I'm like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. So we'll just get rid of that. Are you guys cool with that? We got rid of that because MH is not going to fit in that world. Logan?
Yeah.
Did I erase it too quickly? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
You can always rewind
Yeah.
later in the future. Okay, so here we have MH and it's going back and forth. And here we have MH and it's going back and forth. And then, oh, I'm going to get rid of these negatives because I don't need them anymore. So what do we have left? Oh, J, still going to go here.
N.
N, okay, so this one, N has to come before MH, so N has to go first, right? And then G would have to go here.
And the other ones,
And the other ones,
you
we don't
use G
care.
and N can switch.
Yep, G and N can be going back and forth. Lots of arcs, but everything's filled out. All right, question 10.
Yes.
Which one probably could be true? Could J be in 2? Nope. Okay. Could J be in 4? Nope. Like J can be in 1, 3, or 5, and then 7. But J's odds, basically. So let's get rid of 6. Pot is in 1? Yes, that's the answer. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at the others, see how fast we can do those. 7. Which one probably could be the order in which the 7 artifacts are displayed? Oh, well, this is like an original question, so I would actually do process elimination. What's an easy rule? MH, right? MH is going to get rid of D. Okay? Then NMH is going to get rid of
A.
A. Excellent. And then H or J last. I don't know why I didn't do that one first. That would get rid of C. And then PSJ, we're down to B. Which J?
S and J,
Fine.
the E is wrong.
Ah, yes. Oh, that's subtle. S and J because they're in 1 and 7, right? A little tricky. But anyways, B is the answer. All right, 8. If the G is in case 6, which one of mine must be next to J? So G is not in 6 here. G is not in 6 here. So this is the world that we're in. And what has to be next to J?
Necklace.
Necklace. So the answer is N. 9. If the S is in 3. Okay, S is in 3 here. It's not in 3 here. It's not in 3 here. So we're in this world. Which of the following must be true? Oh, well, what's the only thing that has to be true in this world?
M and H.
M and H, right? So M is in 6 or H is in 7. The answer is C, because M is in 6. 11. Which of the following could be the artifacts in 1 and 3 respectively? G and H? No. 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 Okay? H and J? No. No. Nope. H and S? No. 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 J and M? Well, J can come up there, but M, no, not with J. All right? J and S. Yeah, so this J could bounce all the way up here, and S is there, so J and S could be in 1 and 3 respectively. Okay? 12. If P is in 2, which one of mine could be true? P is not in 2. P is in 2 in both of these, and thankfully that's how we drew it, so we can just leave it alone. Could be true. G is in 4. Nope. H is in 7. No. J is in 5. No. J is in 7. M is in 6. Yes. M is going back and forth here, and it could be in 6. Could be true. All right. So, what are some takeaways from this game?
Take your time to do the words.
Take your time to do the worlds.
Don't forget your arcs.
Don't forget your arcs. Yeah, okay. And also, how many of you turned the negative rule into a positive rule? No? Okay, yes. I think that's huge. Like, there's another game that's just, it's kind of like this. Because this is a hard ordering game for an ordering game, right? Like, if you do this, then it's really easy. But if you don't do this, it's kind of time consuming because you're like, okay, well P can't go there, S can't go there, J can't go there. Anyway, there's another game like at the end of some test, I can't remember, I think it's in the 70s, but people don't like game 3, and so they skip it, and they see that game 4 is an ordering game, and they're like, yes, awesome. And they start doing it, and it's just like this long, like, drawn out nightmare. But they do have a rule like, they have 2 rules like this, and if you put them in the positive form and you link them together, then it's not easy, but it's easier to see, oh, okay, I see that's not gonna fit, or that is gonna fit, and you can get through the questions faster. Yeah?
Is there any order you recommend doing the games in?
I would say just go straight through them, because they generally get harder as you go along, and only skip, so the presumption is not to skip. Only skip if you're like, what the is this, right? Like, I don't know what this is. Then you know that you should move on. Because otherwise what happens is if you're just like, oh, I don't like this, but you know what to do, you might be leaving a game that you don't like, but ending up with a game that's even harder. And we talked about that rule replacement question. We just skipped that because that was worse than the substitution question. Okay, any other questions?